Did you know that around 90% of product and innovation ideas fail because of a poor understanding of the problem? When users say one thing but do another, how do you uncover their real needs? It's about looking beyond words to reveal genuine motivations. The discover phase isn't just a step, it's the foundation for everything that follows.
Welcome back. In our previous video, we explored how the design thinking framework is divided into two key domains, the problem and the solution domain. Now, today we will dive deeper into the discover stage of the problem domain, which is grounded in the principle of research first, design later. Now, discover is that stage where we are trying to understand the problem from all aspects. We deploy multiple tools like user research to achieve this objective. Keep our mind open to learn multiple aspects of the problem, else you will end up in many misconceptions with preconceived notions. The discover process typically begins with an initial hypothesis or assumption about the problem or opportunity. Subsequent activities are about digging into this hypothesis and trying to know more about it in a detailed manner. Now we know the importance of the discover process, and it's important to understand the key activities involved in this process. So let's try to spend some time here. First thing, we should look at the inputs, right? Because we are talking about performing certain activities here, the key activities which I outlined here, right? So to perform these activities, we need certain inputs, very essential for us to really start that conversation. Okay. So if you look at these inputs, there's initial hypothesis or set of assumptions. We would need access to that. We would want to understand that. So that's the first thing that should come. And then if there's any pre-existing information or any secondary research available, that should be made available. If there's any customer feedback, or if there's any access to CRM tool or databases or organization data or information, that should be provided. And also we should need to know what the stakeholder expectations are and what the objectives are and what the timelines are, right? So these are essential inputs, which are very important for us to conduct the series of activities which were outlined in the key activities section. So we'll go through those activities. So first thing, once you receive the key inputs, you start aligning your team, you conduct a kickoff, you set the goals, okay? And then further to that, you start analyzing the existing data and develop inferences, insights. You start conducting user surveys, interviews, focus group discussions, because you're still looking at uncovering the problem from multiple perspectives. And then you will also do the competitor analysis, trying to look at what others are doing, what their strengths are, what the weaknesses are, where the opportunities are, and where the threats are, right? And you will also conduct a usability test to understand the product in a much better way by really trying to track how the product or any service or any process is being seen by the end users. So you will conduct some usability test. You'll also do the journey mapping, right, which is to capture the steps in the process from a user perspective. Along with that, you'll also do the empathy mapping, which is trying to get the inner feeling of the system from a user standpoint in terms of what they feel, what they think, and what their actions are, right? So as an outcome of the series of activities which we just listed there, you will be able to produce an outcome or output or series of outputs which will help you identify user pain points, also identify the opportunity areas. You'll be able to get market insights, trends, the problem areas from a prioritization standpoint. You'll be able to do the stakeholder mapping, who the stakeholders are and what is important for them and what impacts them and their priorities as well. As an outcome, you will also be able to do the persona map with detailed profile, which will reflect the real behaviors and needs of your target audience. So broadly, all these outcomes will help you, meet your two objectives of the discover process, which was first to collect critical information to understand current state and context of the problem. The second part was to uncover the right challenges and opportunities that matter most to the stakeholders and users. Now, these outcomes set a solid foundation for the next phase, ensuring we are focused on the most impactful areas. So stay tuned for the next video. We will explore the next stage in the design framework, which is called define stage, which is a convergent process.